Hello, it's Amy from Amy Parker Art, and I teach you how to make money with your art, how to market your paintings online, and all that fun business stuff. I am so excited because, as some of you may know, I have a membership called Creative Warriors, where I teach my creative warriors this thing that I just said. It's all about marketing yourself online as an artist. And I do this with them organically to show them how to grow their business organically. Yes, we can pay for ads and things like that later on, but I had success myself doing this. That's why I created the membership. And I'm super excited to have one of my very own creative warriors here right now with us, Laura. And I just love Laura. She is amazing. And Laura, could you please tell everyone a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Okay. Well, hello, everyone, and thank you, Amy, for having me.
You're welcome.
I'm a retired art teacher from the public school system. And in 2016, that's when I retired, I jumped on the bandwagon of doing paint parties. And I did them in my home. And, not big parties, but I called it Paint Club. And I actually met a lot of nice people that way that were my neighbors. And
nice. I'm sure they love you just as much as I do.
I always left because I thought, well, I'm done with teaching. And then I started twitching, because I think once a teacher, always a teacher.
Yeah.
And I didn't know too many people in my neighborhood, where I live. I live on the Blue Ridge mountain ranges. And all I did was go to work and come home. And, the weekends I was, doing lesson plans and all. And when I started doing the paint parties, I really met a lot of nice people, and they are still coming.
Nice.
So
see, you're doing something right.
I also was teaching children in our local galleries in town, and I'm continuing to do that. So,
awesome.
Art to adults and children, and painting myself.
Right. I love the painting behind you, Laura. That is beautiful.
Thank you.
Very nice.
This is an oil painting. I haven't done too many oils recently, but I do love oil painting. And I've done some acrylics because the acrylics are quicker and they really lend themselves to the paint parties. So
yeah,
there's two kinds of paintings I do.
Yep. Yeah.
I have this, this is something that I would, teach. I did teach.
Beautiful. So that one's acrylic, and that's one of the parties that you did.
Acrylics.
Yeah, very nice.
And I have to note that, some of these paintings that I do are a little more difficult than you get like with a paint and sip quick party.
Yeah.
Because here's a paint and sip quick party.
Right.
You could see it's very easy. People that come to these kind of parties, and I have to know my people, they're really more in it for the fun.
Right.
But
you're right. There's two different kinds there, like, the paint party stuff, and then like some that want to take a class from you and actually learn how to do that. So just for everyone watching, like what I teach in the membership is like how you can make money with your art in numerous different ways, right? So I made most of my money by selling my paintings, my acrylic paintings, to my collector base. I also did a lot of portrait drawings initially and things like that. But what Laura's showing you, like, she's well versed. She's doing oils, and she's doing different types of designs for her parties. And we do talk about this in our membership too, how there's a difference with the paint parties and then actually teaching a class. So yeah, I'm glad that you showed us those. They're beautiful. And you and I think on the same wavelength about that. Laura, I know everyone doesn't know you as well as I do, and I know you don't have time to tell us your life story, but I am so, first of all, thankful and excited that you are a creative warrior. I'm so very blessed to have you in my membership. You're super smart. You're a great artist, and you're so helpful. You show up on our meetings, and I am so glad that you're a part of our community.
Thank
And
you.
I really, really would love for you to tell everybody, at least give them like a little glimpse of like what were you doing like before you joined Creative Warriors? Like what kind of things were going on with you, and like what things have helped you, and kind of where are you at now with after being a creative
Okay.
warrior?
Okay. All right. Well, before I joined Creative Warriors, I was doing, like I said, the paint parties, the children's classes, and trying to sell my paintings. And I don't particularly care for going to craft shows. I don't have good experiences at craft. Once in a while, you'll hit it, but most of the time, people are just selling crafts and not
Yeah,
fine art.
yeah,
So I don't fit in there at all. So I did have a couple of good things, like our town had a specific art show, and I did well with that. But
nice.
I was not getting where I wanted to be. I was getting a little, down. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get this going, and I need to have some help. And I don't know how I came across Amy Parker art, but I don't know. It just, I must have gotten on Facebook and said, this lady, you actually remind me of me a little bit.
Yeah, we have a lot of things in
I know,
common,
we
you and
do
I.
have a lot in
I
common.
think you found me because the moon and stars were aligned that day.
I think so, and I'm like, you paint a lot like me when we do paint party stuff,
Yeah.
so it interested me. And then I found out about Creative Warriors, and I took the chance, and I joined, and it was like having a cheerleader. you know Amy is so uh great at giving you encouragement, and just, if you have a problem, she just kind of solves it for you. And the people in Creative Warriors are so nice, and it's like having friendships and
Yeah,
people helping one another.
agreed.
Right. So I
Yeah.
was down in that slump, and then there was Amy cheering me on and helping me do this, that, and the other thing, and I was looking at something that I wrote to you one day. I wrote it down. I was having my coffee in the morning, and I was thinking about where I was, and I wrote to you, I feel like I have just jumped on the express train to success. That's what I wrote to you, because I said, I know I said something to
That, like,
and that,
seriously, I am no lie, like getting tears because
oh,
that makes me feel so good. I love to encourage, and I mean, life's tough enough. And in business, being an entrepreneur, artpreneur, I mean, it is tough, and it's not a fast, easy thing. It's like a process we have to go through. So to
right.
hear you say that makes me feel good. Like I'm doing my job for you. I'm helping as much as I can. So thank you
And,
for that.
and you have a lot of patience, with people. And I like that,
No.
because, there's people at different levels.
Yes.
There are people that are just starting out.
Yep.
And then, like, I wasn't just starting out. I had a business going,
Yep.
but I felt like I was hitting bumps in the road, and I didn't know how to get past that. And
Right.
that's what you helped me do. And I can specifically say that the marketing tips were very helpful. You know,
Awesome.
um, Amy puts up a guide in Creative Warriors with lots of tips. And believe it or not, I've been a Creative Warrior for 6 months, and I have not gotten through all of it because there's so much to read.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So what I did, what Laura's talking about is, because I started like really going for it myself as an artist back in 2018, and I had a lot of success where I sold my paintings consistently every single month. I'm not rich, but I'm not starving, and I knew that other artists are going to want to know how to do this. So what Laura's talking about is I took that information, all my strategies, the ways that I did things and what worked, and I built my membership out of that. So I put all of those trainings in there. So that's what Laura's talking about. So there's actually 3 years worth of things that I recorded along the way of my own journey that works. So yeah.
It really helped. So your marketing tips helped me. And the technology, I'm pretty brave about trying things on my own, but I have gotten some help with you with Facebook. Oh, I shouldn't say that.
Oh no, that's totally fine. I mean, that's the one that I'm on the
That
most, and that's what I
platform
teach the
that we
most.
used.
That's
But no,
fine.
there are certain things that you have to navigate through, that the do's and don'ts that
Yeah.
I didn't know about.
Right.
You know, how to get more hits on your page, what things to do, how to make a reel.
Yeah.
That was a good one. How to use
Yeah.
Canva.
Oh my gosh, Laura, and you're real, because Laura actually watched the training on that. She did a reel, and if I remember correctly, it was for a paint party that you were doing, and then you had a sold out
Sold
out from that.
Sold out party.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, so since all that, you know, woe is me, and then all of a sudden getting on this train of success with Amy, you know, that was back in October, and I was looking through my records, and I said from October to December, I sold 22 paintings, and a couple of those sleds that I paint too.
That's
So I mean, it just
awesome.
exploded, and maybe that number could be even wrong. It could be even higher. Honestly, and sold out paint parties. But what I really learned from Amy, despite all the marketing tips and everything else that she teaches, is to make a persona, the persona that you want to give off on social media.
Right.
And that is so important. And if you look at when she gets on, she's happy and she's, you know, excited and always upbeat and all that. That is something that is going to stop somebody and you want to listen to her. And
Right.
I am not one to do lives. And I know she said, you know, you got to get out there and do lives. And I'm still practicing, and I can't believe I'm doing this interview without like joking.
You're coming a long way, girl.
But you know, it's like you have to develop a persona on social media that people are going to be attracted to you and your artwork. And I think that's mostly what you taught me, Amy.
Yes. And it really is, it's not a fake persona. It's
No.
you. It's your personality, but you just kind of amp it up a little bit and make sure that you're, you know, you're talking about the right things to attract those art collectors or those students that you would like to teach in the future. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, trying to model myself after you, you know, not copy you, but, you know, what do you do to get your customers, you know, and it works.
Right.
One thing was I was doing a board, painting on a board. And I said, I was in Lowe's, and I was like, you know what? I remember Amy going to the store and picking things out. I'm going to put myself on a live in the middle of Lowe's so people can see that I actually have to drive to the store and pick out these boards and have someone cut them. And that's all part of me doing that.
Did you do it? Did you do it, or were you just thinking of?
I did.
Oh my gosh, good for you. I'm so happy you did that.
Yeah, because, you know, people have to know that you just these things just don't pop into
some behind the scenes
studio,
stuff,
you know,
right?
Yeah, the work that is
in the
done.
Process of what you're creating. Yeah. Great.
So,
great. So, yes.
Well, that's
oh my gosh, I am so glad that we had you here today so we could talk to you know, everyone. And I really appreciate you doing this with me, Laura, because you know, I think as a former teacher, I mean, it's wonderful to have you in here. You do have experience. You were just kind of wondering what you needed to kind of push you and propel you online a little bit. And I really love how you you combine both, because you have in-person stuff, but you do the online stuff as well. So I know that you kind of are branched out, like you're taking advantage of different areas in different ways that you can build your business and different ways that you can make money, kind of
Right.
diversify. And obviously, skill wise, you're diversified. I mean, because we can see your beautiful paintings right there and your different mediums and stuff like that. So I'm sure you're going to inspire somebody that watches this. And I
Hope
appreciate
so.
you all for watching this. If, of course, if you have any questions for myself or Laura, go ahead and just put it right in here, and one of us will come back and answer you. I do want to ask you, Laura, one more time, if you could please tell everyone who is interested where they can go to find you, where they can see your artwork. If somebody wants to take one of your classes, where do you want them to go, and how can they get in touch with you?
Okay, well, the best thing to do is to go on Facebook right now on Blue Mountain Studio dash artist Laura Corabello. That's where you can find me. And hopefully, I just won a grant to get a website done. So I don't know, that's going to take some time, but I will have a web page, and I would love to do some more virtual teaching in the future on using that web page and being able to put my paintings on that web page. That was my thinking anyway. So
Yeah.
that's
And so Laura, I'm so happy for you too about the grant. I mean, that's wonderful. I remember we talked about this in the membership, and we're all so proud of you that you got that. So Blue Mountain Studios on Facebook
right.
is Laura's business page, and when she has her website done, then she'll just link it right there too, because there's a place on your page you can put your website. But I really would encourage you all to go check out her page. Laura's a sweetheart, as you can see, and she has a teaching background, and she's just an amazing artist in person. So I'm so glad that you let me speak with you today, Laura. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, just to wrap this up. So Creative Warriors only opens 2 times per year. Depending on when you see this video, I may or may not be open to accepting new members. But you should see something in or around this video so that you can go check that out. If you don't see it and you have a question for me or want to find how to get on the wait list, anything like that, just go ahead and put that in and I'll come back and give it to you. Hope you enjoyed meeting one of my amazing members. Mwah. Laura, you are so great. Thank you so much. And everybody wave bye. We'll see you. I'm sure we'll see Laura again. All right. See you later.